Good evening, everyone. I want to start by asking you all a simple question. How often do we find ourselves trying to control every aspect of our lives? We're taught that in order to succeed, we must plan, work hard, and make things happen. But what if I told you that sometimes the key to success isn't about forcing things into existence? What if instead it's about trusting the universe to give us exactly what we need, at the right time, in the right way? Tonight, I want to talk about the power of trust, the kind of trust that goes beyond just believing things will work out. It's the kind of trust that says, I'm willing to let go of control and believe that life will unfold as it should. Trust that the universe is always working behind the scenes for our highest good, even when it doesn't look that way. And how, through letting go, being patient, and learning from life's challenges, we open ourselves up to exactly what we need. So let's dive in and explore how trusting the universe can transform the way we experience life. There's something incredibly powerful about patience, isn't there? We live in a world where everything is expected to happen fast. We want instant results, we want to see progress immediately, and we want to feel like we're always moving forward. In fact, we've been conditioned to think that if we're not seeing immediate results, then we're failing. But here's the truth. Sometimes the best things take time, and it's in those moments of waiting that we often learn the most. Think about it for a second. Patience is not just about waiting. It's about how we show up in the waiting. When we're patient, we're not passive, we're active in our faith. We're saying to the universe, I trust that this is unfolding exactly as it should, in its own time, and in its own way. And the thing is, we've all experienced this before, even if we didn't recognize it at the time. Maybe it was when we were waiting for a job opportunity or a relationship or even personal growth. In those moments, we had to trust that things would happen when the time was right. And when they did, we realized that the wait was worth it. The timing was perfect, even if we couldn't see it at the moment. Now, I know how frustrating it can be when we want something, and we want it now. We've all been there, trying to push and force things to happen faster than they naturally should. But when we push too hard, when we try to speed things up, we often end up doing more harm than good. We miss out on lessons that are only available when we allow ourselves the time to truly learn and grow. We forget that timing is everything. We forget that some things can't be rushed. And the more we try to rush them, the more we're actually blocking ourselves from receiving what we truly need. Have you ever had that moment where you get impatient and you start doubting yourself or the process? You feel like you've done everything you were supposed to, but nothing's happening. It's in these moments, when doubt creeps in, that we need to remind ourselves of the bigger picture. The universe has its own timeline, and while we might think we know best, the truth is, we don't always have all the information. The delays we experience are often just the universe's way of preparing us for what's ahead, or of making sure that the right opportunities line up in exactly the right way. So when we're faced with impatience, what if we could shift our perspective? What if instead of seeing delays as setbacks, we could see them as part of the process, part of the preparation? This is where trust comes back into the picture. Trusting the universe means trusting the timing of it all. And here's the thing. Patience doesn't mean doing nothing while you wait. It means continuing to show up, continuing to take action, and continuing to put in the effort, even when you can't see the results yet. It means knowing that your actions are setting the stage for what's to come. But you don't need to know the exact moment when it will happen. You just need to believe that it will. Sometimes, the hardest part of patience is not knowing what's going on behind the scenes. But the truth is, the universe is always working in ways we can't see. The seeds you've planted are growing, even if you can't see them yet. The work you're putting in is building the foundation for something bigger. And when the time is right, it will all come together. There's something incredibly freeing about knowing that you don't have to have all the answers right now. You don't need to know how or when things will happen. You just need to trust that they will. Think about the last time you achieved something significant. Was it instantaneous? Was the outcome something you could have rushed, Chances are it wasn't. It took time. It took patience. And when it did come, it was so much more meaningful because you had allowed it the time it needed to unfold. In many ways, that process of waiting, of being patient, was just as important as the end result itself. Here's where patience becomes powerful. It gives us the space to grow. It gives us the space to develop the skills, the strength, and the resilience we need to handle the success we're about to receive. If things came too quickly, we might not be ready to handle them. We might not appreciate them in the same way. But when we've had the time to reflect, to learn, and to truly prepare, we're ready for what's to come. And when that moment arrives, we can look back and see how every step, every delay, every bit of patience was exactly what we needed to get to where we are. Remember, great things take time. And in the waiting, you're becoming the person you need to be to fully embrace what's coming next. The universe doesn't operate on your schedule, but it will always deliver exactly what you need when the time is right. Patience isn't passive, it's the active belief that the best is yet to come. Life is full of challenges, isn't it? It's almost as if, just when things seem to be going smoothly, something unexpected happens to throw us off course. We face obstacles, big and small, that make us question everything. We wonder why we're facing such difficulties, and sometimes we even start to doubt ourselves. But here's something I want you to think about. What if those challenges, the ones that feel like setbacks, are actually part of the universe's plan to help us grow? What if those struggles are the very things that push us to become who we're meant to be? Think about the last time you faced a difficult situation. At the time, it probably felt like the universe had thrown everything at you all at once. Oh. Maybe you felt like you were stuck in quicksand, unable to move forward. But now, looking back, do you see how that experience shaped you? Do you see how it forced you to grow, to become more resilient, and to develop a new understanding of yourself? Those moments of struggle are often the very things that set us on the path to success. They prepare us for what's ahead, even if we can't see it at the time. Now, I know that it's easy to get discouraged when things don't go according to plan. We want to have control over our lives. We want things to work out the way we envision them. But sometimes the universe knows better. Sometimes the roadblocks we face are actually redirections. They're guiding us to something even greater than we could have imagined. And it's in these moments that we must trust the process. Trust that everything that's happening, even the difficult moments, is ultimately leading us to where we need to be. We often hear the phrase, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger," and there's truth in that. Every time we face a challenge, we build resilience. We learn how to navigate uncertainty, how to pick ourselves up when we fall, and how to keep moving forward, even when it feels like the world is against us. And when we finally overcome that challenge, we emerge as a stronger version of ourselves. It's as if the universe is testing our ability to handle what's coming next. The tougher the challenge, the greater the reward, because it's in those moments that we find out what we're truly capable of. Think about the heroes in your life, the people you admire the most. Chances are they've faced their own set of struggles. They've experienced failure, rejection, and hardship. But instead of allowing those things to break them, they use them as fuel to move forward. They used their challenges to sharpen their focus, to clarify their vision, and to grow into the person they needed to become in order to achieve their dreams. And the truth is, you can do the same. The challenges you face today are not the end of your story. They're just the beginning of the next chapter. This doesn't mean that we should seek out challenges or enjoy the hard times. No one enjoys suffering, and it's perfectly okay to feel frustrated when things don't go as planned. But it's about how we respond to those challenges that truly matters. That truly matters. Do we allow them to define us, or do we rise above them? Do we let them hold us back, or do we use them as stepping stones to reach new heights? The reality is that without challenges, we wouldn't experience the growth we need to fully appreciate the good times. Life would be flat, predictable, and ultimately unfulfilling. But when we embrace the ups and downs, when we allow ourselves to learn from each obstacle, we create a richer, more meaningful life. The universe isn't giving us challenges because we're being punished. It's giving us challenges because we're capable of overcoming them. It's giving us exactly what we need to help us become the best version of ourselves. And here's the really interesting thing. Sometimes the challenges we face aren't about us at all. Sometimes they're about preparing us for something bigger, something outside of our own lives. The lessons we learn in these difficult moments may be the exact lessons we need in order to help someone else, to inspire others, or to make a difference in the world. The universe is always working in mysterious ways, and sometimes the hardest moments in our lives are the ones that shape us into the people we need to be in order to fulfill our purpose. So, the next time you face a challenge, remember that it's not a punishment, it's an opportunity for growth. It's the universe's way of testing your strength, your resilience, and your ability to trust in the process. And when you come out the other side, you'll realize that you're stronger, wiser, and more capable than you were before. Every challenge you face is simply the universe giving you exactly what you need to become the person you were meant to be. The struggle is not the enemy, it's the teacher. And in that lesson, you'll find the strength to rise higher than ever before. We live in a world that constantly tells us to do more, to have more, to be more. Let's be honest, we're all perfectionists in some way, aren't we? We make plans, set goals, and think that if we just follow the formula, everything will fall into place. But what happens when things don't go as planned? What happens when the universe doesn't follow the script we've written for it? We get frustrated, we feel stuck, and more often than not, we push even harder, thinking that more effort, more control will force things to work out. Here's the truth. Sometimes the best thing we can do is let go. Letting go doesn't mean giving up or resigning ourselves to the idea that things are out of our hands. It means surrendering to the process, trusting that there's a bigger picture at play, and understanding that there's more to life than rigid control. Letting go is about recognizing that we don't always need to have everything figured out. We don't need to know how things will unfold. One-fold. We just need to trust that they will, in their own time and in their own way. This idea might feel uncomfortable at first. It challenges everything we've been taught about working hard and taking control. But think about it. When we're so focused on controlling every little detail, we miss the opportunity to see the bigger picture. We get so caught up in the how that we forget to focus on the why. That's where the magic happens. You see, the universe works in mysterious ways. It's not always going to give us exactly what we want when we want it, but it will give us what we need, even if it doesn't look like what we expect. And that's where trust comes in. Trusting that even when we let go of control, the universe is still working behind the scenes to bring us what's meant for us. The trick is in having faith that things will unfold as they should, even if it doesn't happen on our timetable. Think of a river. The river doesn't fight the current. It doesn't try to swim upstream. It simply flows, allowing itself to be carried where it needs to go. And because of that, it's able to reach its destination effortlessly. In the same way, when we let go of our need to control every moment, we allow ourselves to flow with life. We give ourselves permission to trust that the right things will come at the right time. Let's be real, though, letting go isn't always easy. We've all been in situations where we felt like if we didn't push harder, nothing would happen. It's a common belief that the more effort we put in, the more control we have, and the better the outcome will be. But what if the opposite is true? What if by pushing less, we open ourselves up to more? What if by releasing our grip, we actually allow the universe to do its work more efficiently? I know it sounds counterintuitive. We've been taught to hustle, to make things happen, to grind until we reach our goals. And that's not wrong in itself. Hard work and dedication are important. But what's equally important is knowing when to step back and allow things to unfold naturally. It's about having the confidence to know that you've done the work, you've set the intention, and now it's time to trust that the universe will deliver in its own way. The irony is that when we let go, we often feel lighter. There's a sense of freedom that comes with surrendering the need to control everything. It's as if we're giving permission for life to surprise us. And isn't that one of the most beautiful things about life? The unexpected twists, the opportunities that show up when we least expect them, the moments of synchronicity that remind us that we're part of something bigger. But letting go doesn't mean doing nothing. It means actively choosing to stop forcing. It means putting your trust in the universe, knowing that things will align in due time. And when you do this, you become more open to the flow of life. You stop fighting against it, and you start working with it. When you work with the flow, everything becomes easier. Opportunities come knocking when you least expect them, and you begin to notice things that were always there, but you were too busy trying to control your life to see. So, yes, it's important to set your intentions and to know what you want. But once you've done that, let go of how it will happen. Trust that the universe knows what it's doing. Trust that you're exactly where you need to be, even if it doesn't look that way from where you're standing right now. The key to success isn't in holding on tighter, it's in loosening your grip and allowing life to surprise you. Let go of the need to control and watch as the universe unfolds in ways you never imagined. The moment you let go, you'll realize something profound. Life isn't a puzzle to solve, it's a journey to experience. And sometimes the best thing you can do is sit back, relax, and trust that it will all come together. The law of attraction is something that we've all heard of, but how many of us actually understand how it works or how we can use it to our advantage? We're constantly told that we need to focus on what we want, but what if we also considered that the universe is always listening, always reacting to what we think and feel? Then feel. There's something truly powerful in realizing that everything we experience is connected to the energy we put out into the world. You see, the universe isn't this distant, cold force that operates far beyond our reach. It's responsive. Every thought, every emotion, and every action that we put out is an invitation for something to return. It's almost like we're tuning into a frequency, a specific energy, and in doing so, we attract similar energy back to us. If you've ever had a moment where everything just seems to be falling into place, where you think about something and then almost out of nowhere, it appears, it's not coincidence. It's the universe at work. But here's the thing. The universe doesn't just respond to your thoughts, it responds to your feelings. Your inner world is far more powerful than your outer world realizes. And we all know this deep down. When we're excited about something, when we truly believe that we deserve something, the energy we radiate is different. It's magnetic. It's like you walk into a room, and people can feel that you've got something special, something they want to be a part of. Okay. That's the universe responding to you, urging you to keep going. But here's where it gets tricky. Most of us are often unaware of the energy we're putting out. We get caught up in the hustle, in the grind, in what society tells us we need to do, and forget that we have the power to shape our reality simply by the way we choose to think and feel. Foldies. If we constantly focus on what's wrong in our lives or what we lack, we're sending out a message that we're not ready to receive abundance. And if we don't believe we deserve it, the universe, in its wisdom, won't give us what we need until we're truly ready for it. The real magic happens when you start to intentionally focus on what you want to create, and you start to align your thoughts, actions, and emotions with that vision. Imagine waking up every day with a sense of clarity about what you want to create in your life. You've already decided that it's coming. You know it's possible and you expect it. This is where you start to shift your frequency. When you step into that energy, doors open, opportunities arise, and you start seeing things in a new light. But you have to believe that it's already on its way. And here's the secret. You don't need to know exactly how it will come to you. You just need to trust that it will. Think of it like planting a seed. You don't dig it up every day to see if it's growing, right? You plant it, you nurture it, and you trust that over time it will sprout. The universe works the same way. Sometimes it takes a little time to bring things into your life. It might not happen immediately, but if you trust that it's coming, if you allow yourself to believe that it will, then you've already aligned yourself with a path of least resistance. And that's when the magic happens. The universe is always conspiring in your favor, even when it doesn't feel that way. There are moments in life when things don't seem to be going right, when we're stuck in a rut, when everything feels uncertain. And it's in these moments that it's most important to remember that even then, the universe is working behind the scenes. It's laying the groundwork for the next chapter of your life, often in ways that you can't see yet. So, here's the challenge. Start paying attention to the messages that the universe is sending you. They might come in the form of signs, people, books, or even a sudden gut feeling. The more you listen, the more you'll start to notice how the universe is responding to you. It's all a matter of tuning in, of aligning your energy with what you truly want, and of trusting that everything you need is already on its way. But it doesn't just end with knowing that the universe is responding to you. The law of attraction requires a certain level of responsibility. We have to be honest with ourselves about what we're truly asking for. Are we clear about our intentions? Are we sending mixed signals by saying one thing but feeling another? The universe can only respond to the energy we're sending out. Honestly, one way. If we're sending out confusion, it's no wonder we don't get clear answers. So, trust that the universe is listening, trust that it's aligning things in your favor, but also trust yourself enough to put out the right energy. And as you walk through life, always remember the universe isn't waiting for you to catch up. It's already ahead, orchestrating everything for you. All you need to do is trust it.